Professors at Muhlenberg College explore the tropics on a quest for hitting gold.
I've been working in this small town of Las Juntas in northwestern Costa Rica for about 15 years. And this town is a historical gold mining site. At the turn of the last century, in the late 1800s, North American interests operated industrial-scale gold mining. At the Depression, that sort of went away for obvious economic reasons, and now today we basically have artisans or individual gold miners going in there and hammering stone by hand under very dangerous conditions.
But he didn't pull off the In Exchange for Gold exhibit entirely on his own.
Being at a liberal arts college like Muhlenberg, there's lots of opportunities for interdisciplinary crosstalk, and I knew Joe Elliott as an excellent photographer and somebody who's interested in documenting industrial change, and this was an example that I knew he just had to see, so I convinced him to come along with me on one of my trips to start to take photographs down there in collaboration with my own studies of the environmental and social impacts of current-day gold mining. And his artistic genius combined with my passion and love for the story, I think, resulted in a wonderful display of photographs that documents the historical remnants of what gold mining was at the turn of the century and what it is today for a struggling group of families that are trying to make a living by extracting resources from the earth. One of the complicated issues surrounding gold mining in this community is that they use mercury to extract the gold from the pulverized rock material, and that has a variety of public health and environmental implications. So a lot of my work has been to document those things, working side by side with Joe, who's documenting both the current day context, cultural context, and the historical context.
I was invited by Rich Niesenbaum because he knew about my photography. I've been a photographer for many years, and I've always been interested in mining, industrial operations, industrial history, industrial architecture. So I've been photographing things like Bethlehem Steel, coal mining in Pennsylvania, power plants, all kinds of different sites. So Rich knew I was interested in that kind of thing, and he said he had run across this town and all the history of mining there, and so he invited me to come.
Rich expresses experiences through writing. Joe complements those essays with snapshots. Together, they share an unforgettable experience.
Joe's been with me about 5 times down to Costa Rica in this community. Most recently, we teach a course together down there, and I think it's a really novel course because what we do is we bring art students and science students together, and we have them examine a particular problem, for example, gold mining or water quality. And so we might have a photography or documentary student documenting the flow of water through the community, and we have ecology students who are documenting life in the river and water quality and working side by side. And these art and science students, although in separate classes, really are working together as an interdisciplinary team trying to understand a community from a variety of perspectives. And that teaching that course has also allowed us to sort of grow our ideas and creative energies into projects like this and hopefully a book that we plan to put together.
For what many view an intriguing study abroad, many in Costa Rica deem a way of life.
We are often given rocks that have tiny flecks of gold in them, but these miners, they work at sites which are called rostras, which are grinding apparatuses for extracting those flecks and then using mercury to extract the gold flecks from the pulverized rock. So as dedicated as we are, I don't think we're prepared to be pounding rocks day in and day out to get enough gold as it will take. But we see it there, and we have opportunities to go deep into the mines with the miners, and our students have opportunities firsthand to learn not only about another culture and another place, but really how some people are struggling for their lives and for their families, living off natural resources in a way which we hope can be more sustainable for them and for the environment.
Pictures in the hundreds or if not thousands of different images. On display here are about 40 images that are culled down from those various trips that try to document the context, the place, the ambience, the feel, the people, who they are, the character, what they look like, how they dress, how they act, what they do. So it's a kind of condensation of a visual record.
For him, these moments capture a little something out of the norm.
As a, documentarian of industry, I've in the past pretty much just have done the architecture, the space, the place, the machinery, the industrial forms, not so much the people. But once I got down there to Costa Rica, to Las Juntas, I found that really there wasn't much of any architecture left. The old big industrial gold mining plants were pretty much gone, and the people there were mining in very simple ways, processing in very simple ways. So really it became a story and a sort of examination of the people who are doing the work, the workers, the miners, the people in the town. And this was a very new experience for me. I've always sort of had a harder time photographing people, so I had to overcome a lot of my own sort of resistance or insecurity about photographing people.
Ultimately, what we'd like to do is try to meet the needs and wants of this community, which deserves, like every community, opportunity for economic growth, opportunity for a safe and healthy environment, and opportunity for justice, economic justice. And so our goal is, through this documentation, not to stop gold mining and put a halt to it as outsiders, but to work with the community to think about realistic, sustainable economic solutions that will allow gold miners to continue to make a living, but to do so in a safe and perhaps more profitable way for them.
You have until September 25th to visit Martin Art Gallery and see it for yourself. In Allentown, I'm Melissa Grimsley, TV2 News.